Today we are looking at 2022 Math Paper 1, answering from question 1 to 7. Okay. In this paper, there are 23 questions, and these are the questions which can save you your time in an exam. Okay. This paper, it has got 23 questions, and you are given 2 hours to answer it. Okay. So for you to manage to answer all this paper from question 1 up to 23, you must be fast by answering question 1 to 7. These questions are a little bit simple, in which you can conserve your time. But for the remaining question, it needs a little bit some of calculation, but for this one, they are straightforward. Okay, without wasting much of your time, let's get started. For solution, for number 1, we are taught to evaluate. So this is for number 1. We are taught to evaluate 3 over 2 power minus 2. Okay, and here I am going to show you the 2 ways in which you can solve this question. The first method, this is the first method. First method, it will be, we're going to see the easiest way is just swapping this number. These 2 will go on top, and the 3 will come down, in which it will be 2 over 3 the power 2. That's how we cancel this negative which we have by exchanging these numbers. 2 which is down will go on top, and the 3 which is on top will come down. Okay, in which this one it will be 2 squared it is 4, then 3 squared it is 9. This is our answer for the first question. Okay, so now let's try to use another method. Another method, we can say this is method 2. Okay, method 2, it is said that we have 3 over 2 the power minus 2. Okay, method 2, it is said in indices, whenever you have in, let's take for instance, if you have a to the power minus 1, if you want to take this kind of indices in positive, it will be 1 over a. So we're going to do the same thing here, because we're having a power of negative. Okay, in which we're going to say 3 over 2 the bracket, then it will be 1 over this one to cancel this negative which we have, which is the power 2 here. Okay, in which it will be 1 over 3 squared, it is 9 over 2. Okay, and remember this one is a division, same as 1 over 1 divided by 9 over 2 squared, it is 4 here, it is 4. Okay, we have 4 here. So we all know that this sign division, it always change to multiplication. Okay, in which it will be 1 over 1 times 4. These numbers will exchange 4 over 9, in which it will be 4 over 9, and then we have found the same answer. This is the first answer which we have found, and the second one, it is the second method, it is this one, which is the same answer. Okay, so now let's try to create a space, since for 1 we are done. So now let's move on to question 2. Question 2, we are told to factorize completely. Okay, we have this expression here, which is 2ax plus 4ay, then minus 3bx, then minus 6by. The important thing when you are factorizing, you have to check. First, you have to check the numbers if they are common, okay? If you can see here, we have 2, it can go into 4, okay? So, which is here, it is common. And it is common. So, we're going to have 2a outside, okay? 2a outside. 2a into 2ax, you're going to remain with the x. Then plus 4. Oh, not plus 4. Because 2a into 4ay, we are going to remain with the 2y. Okay, in which then here what is common, it is minus c 3b. Okay, b it is common. Even here and here, 3 can go into 6 without leaving any remainder. When you're factorizing, you have to make sure that you have to look for a number which can go into that number without leaving any remainder. Okay, then here 3b, it is common. So in which negative 3b into negative 3bx, you're going to remain with the x. Then negative 3b into minus 6by, you're going to remain with plus 2y. Okay, if you can see, we have this term which are common, so we're going to only get one term, okay, in which we're going to take this term, which is 2a minus 3b, okay, in the bracket, then open bracket, x plus 2y. Okay, this is where we end, okay, because we are only taught to factorize. Okay, so now let's move on to this was question this was question 2. Okay, this is question 2 here. So now let's move on to another question. Let's move on to question 3. Question 3, we are told to simplify. This is 3. We are told to simplify, which is 3 open bracket 4x minus 5 plus 2. The most important terms used in mathematics. You must understand all the terms used, because when you're taught to evaluate, you are taught to find the exact value of such of that particular question. Then when you are taught to simplify, you are taught to make it simple. So we have to make this expression to be simple. Okay, so here we have to expand first. Okay, 3 times 4x, you're going to have 12x, then minus 3 times the minus 5, you're going to have minus 15, then plus 2. Okay, in which here, this is where most of people make a mistake when it comes to sign. Okay, here we have 12x, then here, if you have negative and positive, you subtract, then you follow the sign which is in bigger number. Okay, which is when you subtract 15 minus 2, you're going to have minus 13. Okay, this is how you go about this question. Okay, so this is for question 3. So now let's try to, this is the answer for question 3. Okay, now let's move on to question 4. Question 4, we are taught to solve the equation. If you are taught to solve the equation, you have to find the values of these variables which you are seeing here for y, okay? But when you are taught to evaluate, you are taught to find the exact value of that particular question, okay? For y squared minus 8y equals to 0, okay? So for those just joining, we are looking at 2022 paper 1 math, okay? From question 1 up to 7. So for question 4, we are told to solve this equation, okay? So here, first of all, you have to factorize. What is common here? It is 4. 4 it is common. It can go into 8 without leaving in remainder. And y it is common even here, okay? So we are going to have 4y outside. Then inside, what you are going to have 4y into 4y squared. You are going to remain with y minus 4y into 8y. You are going to remain with the 2, okay, which is equals to 0. Now, this is where most of you make a mistake. Here, you have to equate every of each equation to be equals to 0, okay? So now, we have 4y to be equals to 0 and the y minus 2 to be equals to 0, okay? And this equation 4y equals 0, it will be divided by 4 by 4. So that means y to be 0. So we have found part of y. So let's find another value of y. When you add to both sides, you're going to have 2. And you're going to have, here we have we have here we have y minus 2 plus 2. You add to both sides, okay? In which it will be 0 plus 2, okay? In which y negative 2 plus 2 it is 0, okay? So here we're going to remain with y equals 2. So the values of y it will be y equals 2 or y equals 0. These are the values of y, okay? So now let's try to find question 7 for question 5 and 6. I've just kept it because they are too long. They can't fit on this smaller board. I'll work on it some other time, okay? Because today we are only focusing on question 1 up to 7 by excluding 5 and 6, okay? So now from 4, now we are moving to question 7, okay? So we have question 7 here. Given that we have this is a sequence, okay? This is a sequence. Given that 2, -1, -4 are consecutive terms of arithmetic progression, and we are told to find the common difference. And put this in mind. In arithmetic progression, we only find the common difference, but in geometric progression, we have common ratio, okay? These are the different which you must consider when you are dealing with the sequences, okay? So now, this is question 7a. We are told to find the common difference. How do we find the common difference? The common difference, it is found as t2 minus t1, which should be equals to t3 minus t2. by for you to reach here, this is where you compare if the answer at the left will be equal to the answer in the right side. Okay, so we have this sequence. This is the first term which we are seeing here, then the second term. So we are going to put -1 here, the second term, -1, then minus first term we have 2, okay, which is equals to T3, it is -4, okay, we have -4, then minus this minus which we are seeing here, then open bracket, then T2 we have -1, okay, in the bracket. Then here you're going to have -3, okay, which is equals to -4 plus negative times negative, it is positive, okay, then it will be +1. -4 plus 1. Whenever you're having a different sign, minus and positive, you subtract, then you maintain the sign which is in bigger number. So in which we're going to maintain the sign which is at 4, okay? In which we are going to say 4 minus 1, it is we're going to say 1 minus 4, which is -3. So -3, it is equals to -3. This is how you find the common difference. So common difference, it is -3, okay. So now let's find the nth term. How do we find the nth term? The nth term of arithmetic progression is given by Tn equals first term plus open brackets n minus 1, then cross, then the difference, okay. These are the formulas which should be in your head, because at the time where you'll be checking the formulas on the and in paper 1 we don't have the list for the formulas, so the formula should be in your head, okay. So in which first term it is 2, okay, plus then open bracket any we don't have because we are looking for nth term, okay, any minus 1, okay, then the difference it is -3, okay. Then what you do here, you're going to say 2 plus -3 times the n, you're going to have -3n, then -3 times the -1, you're going to have +3, okay. Then here you're going to have 2 minus 3n, because positive times negative, it is negative, okay, plus 3, okay. Then here you correct the right term, in which it will be 2 minus 2 plus 3 minus 3n, which is equals to 5. 2 plus 3, it is 5 minus 3n, and this is our nth term, okay. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like this video, share with your friends. For those who will be lighting this coming December, these are the questions which you must be going through. This is where we end our section. In the next lesson, we'll be looking at some other remaining questions for paper 1 for 2022. See you next time. Bye bye.